Hello, freak bitches. I think it's a great idea, but I think the world is being starved from a Charlie Murphy TV show. That's what I'm saying. Someone needs to follow you around.
We got that, and we also got the other show I'm doing. And
I think a running theme is going to be Rich falling asleep. But
we had the whole digital thing we getting ready to build up. You know, where there is going to be a camera.
The whole digital thing.
Yeah, we getting ready.
Only a man such as Charlie Murphy can get away with saying that. You know, the whole digital thing.
The whole digital thing that's going on right now.
Building that up.
We're building my whole digital department up. You know
Why don't you start a podcast?
I am. That's all in the making.
Come on, see?
Joe, that's all in the makings. But I only could do one thing at a time. And what I was focusing on this year was writing that movie I just finished writing, and getting ready to do the TV show. I mean, we're doing 20 episodes over the next 6 weeks.
Wow.
So I'm focusing on those two things, and once that's done, boom, then it's on to the next area. I don't sit back on my hunches at all.
Definitely not. You got DVDs, books, movies, everything. Like you go to your website.
Everything but a wife, man. You know?
Exactly.
I keep working hard. I'll have one eventually. You know.
It's got to be hard to marry after your wife dies. What does it feel like?
It's not gonna be hard to marry.
No.
It's hard to be single.
Right.
Being single sucks, man.
Does it?
Especially if you got kids, because, like, I have to sneak to have sex, man.
Right.
Now, come on, man. You go through that when you're in high school. But if you're a person that you're married to happens to pass away or whatever, you can't bring chicks around and bone them.
Right.
The kids, you can't do that, man.
Especially not being loud. Are you loud?
You can't sneak them up to the room or any of that. Because when they come in, if you have a daughter, she's gonna go, "Hey, who is that?" That's what my daughter got. And she goes right over to the person and starts monopolizing them.
Who are you?
Who are you? What are you doing here? And she makes sure. So are you having a sleepover? No, she's not. And so you have to sneak. Yeah, man. Being single, after you were married for years is whack. You know, I was married for years, so I want to be, the lifestyle. You know, my wife is gone, but the lifestyle, I miss that, man. Definitely. Being single sucks, man. Single chicks don't cook for you. You don't want them to cook for you. You don't even trust them. Especially if they suggest to you, would you like some spaghetti? No. No
Are you okay?
Are you okay? No. You got to be married to trust them to, enjoy those things.
Well, it's also got to be hard when you're on the road. You're on the road constantly. It's hard to spend time with someone to get to know them unless you take them with you.
Right.
And you can't take somebody with you. They can't.
Right. They have their own life going on. And if you say, come with me, then you're basically saying quit your job. And I'm not telling no one to quit their job. Yeah, quit your job and come with me. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. So, it's hard, man.
Especially when you barely know them, because that's really what it is. Until you live with someone, you really don't know them that well.
That's true.
You do, but you don't. You don't see them all
Until you
day.
live with them, that's the key part. And that's when they get to know you.
I'm not talking about a year of living with someone. I mean, living with someone, you gotta say at least 3 years. Because something's going to happen. 3 years is a good time for some real BS at some point.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You get to know the person, man.
Yeah.
So that's like that's the paradox of my life right now. Is people will look and go, everyone likes him. He's doing great in his business and in his show business and blah blah blah. Yes, that's good, but that's not real life. That's a job. My real life is my family. My real life is when you come home at night and the lights go off, you're on stage, and that's the part where there's a big hole because my wife is gone, and it's not as simple as one would think. It's harder than you would think as far as finding somebody to fill in that area. Of course, there's plenty of people that say, "Oh, I would do it. I'll come and be," but it's not the person you want.
You have to be very careful who you have around your children.
Yeah, man. I want to slap a few of these chicks. I'll move in with you and take care of your children. Really, you will. You.
A horror.
A horror.
What are you guys? What's that?
You don't know that horror?
A horror.
Oh, okay.
The woman who is at the best of
I just got confused by the accent. I thought it was an inside joke that I was missing out on.
Yeah.
That's a tough situation.
Tough,
I feel for you, brother. While you're actually touring as a comedian, it's got to be really hard.
Yeah, like for instance, I got my kids with me out here right now. I got my son's in your living room right now.
Yeah.
I got my kids out here with me right now, and school's getting ready to start. So they're gonna be with me till September 6th, taking them back home, hanging out with them that week. School starts, and then You know, that
Where's back home?
Week I got to New Jersey. I still live in New Jersey.
You still live in New Jersey, really?
And Pennsylvania too. But
I was just in Philly last weekend.
Man, yeah, I have a house in Strasbourg. You know, but I'm just saying, once that goes back into effect, I'm still going to be coming. I got to come back out here to work on the show. I got to go to Europe. I got to go to Cuba. It's the job I have, so I can't complain about it. I'm glad I have the job, but that's the part of it, that the fact that their mother's not here, that makes it really rough.
Yeah, I would imagine.
If I was leaving you with your moms, I wouldn't even. I'd be like, yeah, let's go. Right. But I'm not leaving with your moms. I'm leaving you with nannies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because my whole family lives out here on the West Coast or whatever, and because I'm not the kind of person that leans on people like that. I appreciate your help, but I'm not asking for it. And if you don't offer it, I'm not going to complain about it. I'll do it myself. And that's how I raise my kids. You know what I'm saying? I pay my nannies. I don't ask nobody to help me out. I do what I got to do. But at the same time, there's a feeling that goes along with that, and it don't feel good. You know?
Do you do like video conferencing with your kids?
Yeah,
do you try to do as much as possible?
I got Skype and all that, but
that's good.
Yeah. It's not the same.
My kids are young, man. I got a 5-year-old daughter, and you just don't want the thing you do to support them be the thing that disables them.
Right.
You know, like when they grow up and, yeah, my father was never home. He was always working and blah, blah, blah. And that's the reason why, my life went this way. That's my fear,
Right.
I work with that one constantly,
That's the fear of every father. How much time can you spend doing what you want to do for a living?
To mold your kid, man, because if you don't do it, he's getting molded. The world's going to mold him. Whatever you don't teach him, he's going to learn from somewhere else.
Yep.
And it may be, warped sense of, like me, for instance, when I was growing up, my dad was always at work, always. I was seeing him one day a week, Saturday. And usually that wasn't to be nice. That's when you was getting your ass whipped for what you did during the week. You know what I'm saying? That's when dad showed up to whip your ass on Saturday. As a result, when I grew up and became a man, when it came time for me to deal with women, I learned how to deal with women by listening to guys that were in the street, bums, guys named T-Bone and Slick and Big Willie and whatever. And because of that, the first couple of relationships I had with women, I was an abusive dude, man. I would think what, you talking back to me? The answer is I'm supposed to hit you because that's what Slick told me. That's not what you're supposed to do. If your dad is there to teach you that, you know better. But if you don't grow up with that around, you grow up with something else because you're going to be seeking the knowledge, you go out and do the wrong thing, So that's what I think about with my kids, that you want to be there to make sure you're there to deliver all the lessons they need. But then when you go, half my team is gone, and there's nothing I can do about that, it makes it real scary. Especially when you start looking at, all the people who are talking about they want to be the replacement. You go, hey, you must be out of your mind. You think I'm gonna bring you around? I mean, our relationship is fine over here. But do you think I'm gonna bring you?
I think we found the show. This is the show.
What's the show?
The show is do a sitcom on what's really fucking going on in your life, man.
Well, that's why the show I'm doing is
about the adopted son.
Exactly. It's me dealing with my kids, man.
Right.
And I'm single. I'm gonna have the same, challenges as I have in my real life, and I can definitely bring it, experience.
Do you bring your kids on the road with you ever? Do you ever bring?
I have done it, but my kids don't. Kids don't like to be at work with you.
Right.
For no longer than 5 minutes.
Right.
When they get there, they check it out. But okay, now where's the toys at? Where's my world?
Right.
Where's the kitty things at? So I had my kids with me on the road when their mom was alive. But since she's passed away, I haven't had them with me because I'm a horrible fun buddy for a kid. If we go to Seattle, let's go check out and I'll be in the room going, well, if I go there, I'm gonna have to sign autographs and take pictures. I'm not gonna be able to do it the way you guys. So, and it's going to.
You don't go to go to Disneyland?
I have to go on certain days, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't go when it's peak. Everybody's there because then I become Goofy or Mickey Mouse. You know what I'm saying? To the other people who came there on vacation. The other day we were staying on 1717 Vine Street. It's a hotel called the Redberry, right? It's right on the Walk of Fame and all that. My kids are in the hotel looking out the balcony. We want to go for a walk. And I was like, okay, you can go for a walk with the nanny. There's no way I'm going to walk on a Walk of Fame in broad daylight with my kids. And I know that that's a tourist attraction. There's people on buses, driving around. They have the tour buses driving around on Star Searches or what have you. And if you're from Kansas or wherever you may be from, and you go to Hollywood and you see someone you've seen on television, what are you going to do? You're going to go crazy, and you should. So that's why I was like, you better stay in your room. Because if you go down there with your kids, it's not going to be good.
Have you ever thought about, like, disguises, like blonde wigs?
Absolutely not. I refuse. I refuse to wear a disguise.
I mean, that's just not out the blue. That actually happened on the St. Patrick's Day Parade in New York.
St. Patrick's Day Parade, a week before that, there was a blackout in my town. I had lost power in my house for like a week, staying in New York at the London Hotel. So St. Patrick's Day was during that week. I wasn't. I'm not Irish, even though my name is Murphy. I don't be aware when St. Patrick's Day is coming up. So it
my
just
last
happened.
name is Rogan, and I don't know when it's coming up.
I walked outside with my two kids, and we was walking around Manhattan, supposedly going to walk over to Central Park, and I see all the hoopla on Fifth Avenue. I'm like, it's St. Patrick's Day. Do you kids want to go to the St. Patrick's Day parade? They was like, yeah, Daddy, because they had never been. I walked them, it's just me and my two kids, man. I walked them up to the crowd, put my daughter on my shoulder, and we were watching the parade, and I heard somebody go, yo, that's Charlie Murphy. Yo, that's Charlie Murphy! Then it started from this side, the left and the right, and then you see the people looking at you, and they're coming forward, and my daughter started screaming, man, because it was a lot of people, and they had us pressed on the wall of the building. Charlie Murphy! Screaming, and my daughter's screaming, and from fear, man. I'm holding my son's arm, and I had to just turn into like an animal, man. Get the F out of here, just push through the crowd and run with my kids, man. And as I'm doing it, I'm going, you're an idiot. What made you think that you could stand on Fifth Avenue in broad daylight on St. Patrick's Day in a crowd with your children, and that was a safe thing to do? But I forgot for that one split second what I do for a living. It came, you know what I'm saying? It came back to bite me in the ass.
Blonde wig.